It's been almost a year since DJI released this microphone, and it's been a huge success with many raving reviews. Although I've been a little late to this bandwagon, I don't prefer to jump on all the new toys when they're released. I bide my time to see if the product holds up, and this microphone has done just that. It's only been a few weeks, but I'm in love with this mic. I somewhat regret not getting it sooner, but better late than never. With that said, I have a couple of complaints that I will address in this video, and the steps I've taken to resolve those complaints. As most of you know, DJI includes a nice case that stores and charges the receiver and transmitters. A durable feeling case that feels like it will last a while. Also included is this right here, the accessory bag, which contains a pair of windscreens, a USB-C charging cable, which I already have dozens of, and a TRS audio cable. When I go out, I have to think about carrying this little pouch, just to bring these accessories. I don't need to worry about this USB-C cable, as I have plenty of those already. But I have 3 other accessories in this awkward pouch to carry around. Honestly, this did not impress me much at all. We have this awesome case, and then we have this. Most will probably need the windscreens, especially if shooting outdoors. You definitely will need the audio cable or any other cable for connecting to the camera. Once again, I am saved by the aftermarket. I found this case online. There'll be a link in the description. For me, it was $13.99 US. It's a simple little case, and the DJI case fits securely inside. And in the top, there is enough room for the windscreens and a small audio cable. Everything is nice and snug, with nothing loose on the inside. There really wasn't much room for the charging cable, but for me, this is a non-issue. This is how I store and transport my DJI mic. It keeps the accessories on hand and secure. I have not had an issue with anything falling out. I just keep it zipped up. I don't know why DJI didn't include something like this, but maybe the next time around they do a little bit better. My second complaint is with the receiver. Actually, the receiver itself is exemplary. It's small and lightweight. The touchscreen works really well. My complaint is with this right here, the little Hotshoe adapter that only has a small spring to hold it in place. If I take a camera like the GH6 and slide the receiver into the Hotshoe, it will be pretty snug, holding firmly in place and won't fall off. However, when I remove the receiver, I need to carefully wiggle it, because if you apply too much pressure, it feels like the adapter could easily break. And this does concern me, to be honest. Because of this, it's kind of a slow process to remove the receiver. It will also fit snug on the Black Mamba handle for the cage. Though not as tight as the Hotshoe, it still does not feel like it will fall off. But let's look at other accessories. Here I have a gimbal handle from SmallRig. I'll slide it onto the cold shoe. You see it fall right off. There's nothing I can tighten it down with. I'm going to pull out some other accessories, like this Movo cold shoe extension. Again, the receiver can't be tightened and just slides off. Let's take a look at another cold shoe extension. Again, the receiver is quite loose. It doesn't fall out immediately. It does rattle around, and at some point, eventually it falls out. And the last example is this vlogging cage by Ulanzi for the GoPro. I really like the cage. There's a couple cold shoe mounts, and as you are probably already guessing, if I try to mount the receiver, it just falls out. After a brief search, I did find this accessory on Etsy, a 3D printed adapter for $11.97 US. It has a threaded nut to tighten down onto any cold shoe. And as a bonus, there's a female 1/4-inch threaded insert, giving us yet another option for mounting that we didn't have before. This adapter slides and snaps into place and holds firmly onto the receiver. Let's bring the GoPro and vlogging cage back out. Slide the receiver onto the cold shoe and then tighten down the nut. Now the receiver is more securely mounted than before. This is great. The only real caveat is that because it's 3D printed, it's all plastic, and I believe in the coming months I will probably damage the adapter. so I went and ordered a couple more adapters as backups. There's a caveat to everything that I should point out. If you decide to get this mount, you should know it will not fit in the charging case. Due to the placement required for the receiver to charge, there is no way it will work. And there's also no room in the charging case to store and transport the adapter. Let's look at the case I showed you earlier. I will slide the DJI case inside so it's nice and snug. Now I can demonstrate the continued caveat you should be aware of. Unfortunately, the adapter will not fit inside this third-party case. The case is already full enough as it is right now. If I attempt to jam it in the side, then zip it up, it zips up most of the way, but I stopped right here. It feels like if I try to force this anymore, it may damage the zipper, which is not what I want. These are the solutions I have to the only two complaints I have of this microphone, the case and the mount adapter. Ironically enough, they don't work together. I did not consider this when shopping around. I've made do with the inconvenience and have been storing the adapter in my camera bags. This is the only fundamental trade-off I've had to make by using this adapter. Otherwise, both of these solutions have worked well when used individually, just not together. But I am still pleased with both of them. That's all I have for this video. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you again next time.